Hey, Andale. How are you? I need some help. Can you hear me well out here? Hey, Maria Graham. Can you guys hear me good out here? Good, good. So I'm out here in the greenhouse and I have this new bed. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I need help knowing or trying to figure out what to plant in it in the middle of summer. So y'all know I'm in zone 8A in Alabama and it's hot. So I need to know what to plant in my greenhouse besides salad vegetables like lettuces. What else can I plant? So I thought I'd come on here and ask for some help. Can y'all help me decide what I should plant out here? Andale, Maria. I figure I could plant some lettuces. I know that. And so far I have some tomatoes and I got some cabbage planted over there just from some store-bought cabbage that I already had. You know, I just cut the core out and put it in the ground. And I put a top over them just to protect them for right now. Broccoli and cauliflower. Yeah, that'll be good. I figured I'm gonna plant some brassicas out in the big garden as well. But I was just thinking in the greenhouse, I guess I was gonna start some in here. But do you think I should just keep some in here, like growing all summer into the fall? Or just grow them as long as they'll grow? Need some help, y'all. I got this whole bed here. I thought about maybe some herbs. I have an herb garden up front, but it's not that big. Hey, Cassandra, South Fulton Garden. Thanks for joining me. Beets and carrots. I thought about last year I did carrots. They didn't do well until it got cold. When it started getting cold, then they started growing and getting bigger. Hey, G Mama Groves. But before that, they didn't do very well. And as you see, this bed is kind of shallow. It's just a teeny tiny shallow bed. So I didn't know what else I could plant, even though, you know, I can plant down into it. But so far, like I said, I just have a couple of tomato plants and some cabbage over here. Some, what do you call it? Chinese cabbage and regular cabbage. But I was kind of stumped as to what else I should grow. I was thinking maybe some peppers and some herbs. But I am listening to you, Andale, because I'm pretty sure your mind is thinking the same way I'm thinking. I mean, you live south as well, so just trying to figure some things out to fill this bed up. I know I have some seedlings here that I started. I got quite a few seedlings that I started for my fall garden. And I'm going to do that on this side, with tables and shelving. But in the actual bed, I needed to know what to plant, like to actually grow herbs. Thank you, Lynn's Life Lessons. Peppers and herbs sound good to me, especially the peppers. Okay, cool. I got a couple of starts for serrano peppers. What other kind of pepper? Chili peppers. Bell peppers. Yeah. So I needed to know what else to plant. It's not like huge, but it's enough space to plant some nice things. It goes all the way down. So you see, I got a couple of tomato plants right here so far. So what y'all doing today? It's hot. I had to take a break. So I was like, I'm going to take a break and go live and see if they can help me decide what to plant. What are y'all doing in your gardens today? Hey, Audrey Willis. Thanks for joining us. Hey, while I got y'all here, could you type in exclamation point S with S Homestead and let me see if it works. I tried to do some work with my Nightbot and I'm not sure if it's working. My son said it wasn't working because we didn't use the exclamation point last time. So exclamation point S with S Homestead. Let me see what that S with S Homestead. Yeah, let me see if that works. Hey, Mike's Chaotic Garden. So everybody's trying to help me decide what to plant in my bed in my greenhouse. The exclamation point S with S Homestead. Let's see if it works. I guess nothing else is working because I don't see anything going across the screen that I had put in there. So y'all can, if somebody can give me a one-on-one with the Nightbot, I would totally appreciate that because I definitely need help with that. Let me see it. Somebody, yeah, it's like you got it right, Andale, and I don't see anything up, so I guess it's not right. I'm trying to get it to where, you know, it'll drop everybody's links if they do that, so it's not right. So I appreciate it. Thank y'all for trying it for me. Hey, Tammy. Sherry got you going. Okay. I'm gonna have to get somebody to walk me through it as well because I'm not doing something right. But yeah, everybody's trying to help me decide what to plant in my bed. I think I got a good list now. Herbs, tomatoes, peppers, and cabbage. So, got the tomatoes and the peppers. I got some cabbage. I'm trying to grow them big cabbages this year, y'all. Those flat Dutch cabbage. I'm gonna grow those out in the big garden. So, hopefully, I can get a big head of cabbage this year instead of, you know, just the regular heads. Let's see what I can do with that. But I'm gonna see how this bed goes as well. With it being as shallow as it is, I'm hoping that I still am able to grow some nice things in here. Yeah. Nobody tell me what they're doing in their gardens today. Thank you, Maria Graham. I know it's hot everywhere. I had to take a break. It's like 90, I think it's 94 here the last time I checked. So I've been sweating back and forth all day. I got some dragon fruit potted up. I planted some things in my bed right here. I trimmed some leaves off of my watermelon vines because they're getting ridiculous. They're all over the place. Thank you, Cassandra. I got it from Amazon, this greenhouse. It's 11 by 20 feet, I think. 20 by 11, something like that. I'm going to do a review video on it. I'm just waiting on my husband because he's the one that actually, well, we put it up together, but he like fortified it to make it a little bit more solid. So I wanted him to be able to tell exactly what he did to make it, you know, more sturdy. So I'm gonna do that. I'm hardening off my hibiscus to take outside. Okay. I never started my hibiscus inside, so I wouldn't know about that. I know it does grow well once it is outside, though. You remember I took mine. I did the video last year. I grew way too much hibiscus or roselle, if that's the one that you're talking about. You watered your tomatoes. Gonna use 511 tonight on the garden. Yep. I try to do my fertilizing the 1st and the 15th, so I won't forget. Sometimes I'll end up being a little late and I end up having to do it on the, like the 2nd or 3rd or whatever I remember, but I figured if I do it on the 1st and the 15th, then I'll remember. Yeah, but gardens really love that fish emotion. I put some on mine not too long ago. I try to switch back and forth between the fish emotion and the compost tea. I got a bigger compost tea container now, so want to see how that works. Has anyone ever tried to use those big long handled ladles in their garden? You know, I always, when I have that compost tea, I always say I need one of those long handled ladles like you see on some of those Asian videos where they just dip the water in and kind of, you know, go down their rows watering. I need one of those. Thank you, Maria Graham. My daughter made these earrings for me. It's actually supposed to be me on the earrings. You can see. It's like my sunshine logo. She's supposed to teach me how to do it, so. But yeah, I love them too. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you all have seen any of those long-handled ladles anywhere, because I really should use one. I don't like to even risk sticking my hand in that compost tea. But usually I've been okay, Audrey, well, I've been dipping it in with like a cup. But you know, sometimes it'll get on your glove, and you know that smell of that compost tea once you get it on your hand or anywhere, it lingers. So I need one of those long-handled spoons or ladles. I mean, if you happen to see one anywhere, y'all let me know. Hey, sifting some soil and more. I was getting ready to say sifting some soil 55. I'm used to calling you that, but I know everybody's still getting used to my name. My name changed too. Yeah. Thank you, Maria Graham. Y'all, please hit the like button. So if y'all are just coming in, that smell get in my nose and it takes forever. Yes, it does. That's what I'm saying. Even when I walk past the container that it's in, my husband is like, at first the one that I have, the smaller one I don't have a top on it, but the second one has a top on it. You just switch your compost tea to a bucket with a spout. Yes, I was trying to get my husband to do our container like that with a spout that I can like hook a hose or something to. But haven't got that far yet, so I'm gonna work with what I got for right now. But I would love to have one of those long-handled ladles, so I could just dip in there and, you know, spread it out amongst the rows. I think that'd be much easier if I could do that. And when I find one, then I'm gonna share that with y'all. I seen one at like an Asian grocery store, you know, where they have all their cooking utensils and bowls and all of that. And it was pretty long, but it was metal. So I was thinking, see if I can find one that might be wood or plastic. But if I can't find one, I'm going to go back and get that metal one. Because it was long. It definitely was long enough. Oh, I did that one time. I spilled that compost tea, the small bucket. I spilled it along the garden floor, like, you know, where I walk at. And oh my God, that smell was there. It was there for a while. It spilled all over my boots. Luckily, I didn't get it on my clothes, but it was all over my boots. Yeah, that smell lingered for a good little while. But it works. Definitely works. This is my first time planting in this greenhouse, so I'm very, very, very curious and excited and anxious and all that good stuff to plant something. And, you know, I just want to see how it's going to grow versus growing it out in the big garden or on the outside of the garden. Hey, how you doing, badass thing? Because it does get plenty of sunlight still, you know, even though it's in the greenhouse. But again, it's my first time, so I don't know how it's going to grow. But yeah, let me see if I can show y'all what I got going on right now. Let's see. I can turn this around. Okay, so this greenhouse is 20 feet long. So the bed is almost the width of it or the length of it. And so far I just have a couple of tomato plants here, and down on that end I have some cabbage that some of them are starts, and the ones in the big domes are just plants that I got from the grocery store. You know, I cook the cabbage and I cut the core out and I just put it in the dirt, and I'm gonna see how that grows. Our church has giant soup pots and super long handles. I should ask where they got them. Yes, please. Yes, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Yeah, please ask them where they got them from and let me know, because I definitely would love to have one or two. Yeah, I need two for the top garden and for the bottom, because I hate dipping in that compost tea, and I don't want to, you know, tip the bucket or any of that. So I definitely need those. That would help out a lot. So what else do y'all think I should over here with the tomatoes? I was thinking maybe I'm gonna plant a couple of more tomatoes. So far this is the what do you call it, the pineapple tomato. I'm gonna plant a couple of more of those, so I have 4 plants of tomatoes in here. And then I was thinking maybe planting some peppers in the middle, a couple of cucumbers maybe. Y'all know how I am about my cucumbers. But in between I was gonna plant like, you know, something that can benefit from the shade of the bigger plants, like maybe some lettuces and some herbs in between. But I definitely wanted to grow some cabbages over here. I felt like they'd be a little bit more protected in here in the greenhouse until fall. Then of course, you know, I can grow some in my big garden in the fall. But what y'all think? Guess I gotta turn it around to see the chat because it's not letting me see it. So what do y'all think? Everything you plant should grow in your greenhouse. Good, I hope so. I sure hope so. So you see this side over here, I haven't gotten anything squared away yet. You see it's all just tables and all of my fertilizers and additives, you know, that I add to my garden, my dirt, my trays, and I got a few seedlings started. But I really need to, that's what I'm going to do out here tonight. I'm going to get some seedlings started, because so far the only thing I have started is more tomatoes and peppers, because I knew I needed more of those. I got some Swiss chard and some kohlrabi and some greens, like mustard greens. What else I got? Yeah, some mustard greens started as well. Got some red mustard greens and some regular mustard greens. And then, like I said, I have that cabbage and that Chinese cabbage. But that's it. So I got a lot of dropping seeds to do for the fall. Everybody's been doing their videos on what they're going to grow in their fall garden. What y'all growing? A heated arboretum, or however you spell it. How do you, yeah, what is that? Yeah, you definitely need to do a video when you get ready to, when you get it, Mike's Chaotic Garden. A heated, yeah, whenever you get one of those. Arboretum. Thanks for joining us. Cold weather crops would be great. I was thinking, oh, and yes, I do eat broccoli, Tammy. That was what Andale suggested too. Hey, Jesus loving homesteader. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking some greens, like you said, cold weather crops. I got some cabbages over here planted already, and I got some mustard greens that I'm gonna put in there. But it's just wondering, like, what everybody else's thoughts were. So so I would know if my thoughts were on track. Like I said, I was thinking about doing. I got a couple of tomato plants in here. I got a couple of peppers in here. Hey, hands in the dirt, Stacy. And I got some cabbages and a couple of greens to put in there. So I was trying to see what else everybody else thought I should put in here, so I would know if my thoughts were in line with everybody else's thoughts. And it looks like they are, so I know I'm not crazy now. Turnips. Yes, definitely need some turnips. Now I can't get it right since I moved it. Carrots, potatoes. I am in zone 8A, Alabama. Yeah. I was telling somebody else that carrots don't usually do well for me here until it starts to get cold for some reason. I don't know why, but every year when I plant carrots, they won't start growing until, the green part will grow. The greens will come out and grow pretty, but the actual tuber, the part that grows, or root, whatever you want to call it, that grows under the ground, actually will not start forming or getting any kind of size on it until it gets cold. When it gets cold, then yeah, they explode and they start growing very well. But before that, they don't do anything. They just sit there, and I'm watering them, and they just sit there. I am growing collards, potatoes, kale, mustard greens, squash, and onions. Onions, yeah. Now that might be, I might be able to grow some onions in here. I actually said I was going to dedicate a bed in my bigger garden for onions, but I thought that I waited to the wrong time of year to start those, but I guess I can grow like some green onions or bunching onions or something like that in here. Jesus loving homesteader. My carrots took forever too. I mean, I think I had to have my carrots in for like, it felt like it was 2 whole seasons before, matter of fact, I think it was 2 whole seasons before I actually got some carrots out of it. And I grew them in a container because I felt like my soil was too hard. It was too compact. So I grew them in a container, and I finally got some carrots, but it took a very long time. And like I said, they didn't start forming or getting bigger until after it got cold outside. So I don't know what zone you live in, but maybe that's what it is. I hear a lot of people say that they grow better in the cooler weather. In the cold, actually. I mean, when it starts getting cold, then my carrots start getting bigger. Hey, David Corey. I was told that carrots like the cold. Yeah, and they are good. I think there's definitely some truth to that, because they did not do anything to me for me until it got cold. And kale, I'm going to try kale this time because every time I tried kale before, same thing. I never got any good luck with kale. So I'm going to try to grow different varieties of it this time and see what happens. Hey, bro, thanks for popping in. Because I think maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just picked the wrong variety of kale. But I'm going to try all different kinds this time and see what happens. Somebody told me that the scarlet kale grows good and that it's a good bug repellent. So I'm going to definitely try that one. But I always like to see how the kale grows in everybody else. I like how it looks in everybody's garden. So I'm going to grow it just for that reason alone. Even though I do like to eat it. I like to eat it when it's mixed in with other greens or in a soup. I don't really care for it by itself. But I do like it when it's mixed in with other greens or in a soup. Yep. Everybody just speaking to each other. That's right, go make that money. So I was saying earlier too, if somebody can walk me through that Nightbot. I need like a one-on-one crash course on that Nightbot so I can get it up. Because every time I think that I have it up, I don't have it up. I think that it's working and it's not working. But what variety do you grow, Mike? Maybe I'm growing the wrong one. I know that dinosaur, that, what do you call it, that lacinato kale is a pretty popular one, but I don't know what it tastes like. And then the only one I ever really see in the stores around here is that curly kale. Hey Jeanette, guest. How you doing? Thanks for popping in. You said Dollar Tree. You don't know what kind of you. Okay. If it grew, I guess I'll try it. The purple, yeah, the purple kale and the dinosaur kale. I'm gonna try it. I tried doing the tree collards, the purple tree collards, but the tree collards do not grow well here at all. I took the advice of the person that I bought them from, and she said start them in a container, and once they get bigger, then to put them out in the garden. But the stalk would grow nice and big, but the greens themselves would not grow good. I mean, they would grow to about, about this size, and then they would just either turn colors and die, or the bugs would get it. So I still have some seeds for those. I don't know if I'm gonna drop. I might as well drop them since I bought them, but they don't do well here at all. And I hear other people in this area say the same thing about the tree collards. Stacy, did you say something in one of your videos one time about the tree collards? It was you or Broke. Somebody said something about the tree collards didn't do well for them either. Portuguese kale, it's very good. Okay, I don't even think I ever even heard of the Portuguese kale. Where'd you get that from? Trying to let this sun die back a little bit before I go back out there. I need to cut some more leaves off of my watermelon vines and some of those extra vines. Yours didn't work. Okay, I thought somebody else said that it didn't work for them either. Lacinato kale at Burpees. Okay. Learning to grow my own. How you doing? Thanks for popping in. For y'all that are just popping in, I was asking for help as to what I could grow in my greenhouse, being that it's the middle of summer, and this is my first time growing in the greenhouse, so I wanted to know if anybody knew or could give me some suggestions as to what to grow other than what I have planted already. So I'll show you guys again what I'm growing already. And this bed is kind of like I was saying, but so far I have some tomatoes growing right here. Just a couple of tomatoes right here. Sorry, pineapple tomatoes, and all the way down on the other end I have some cabbage growing, and I have Chinese cabbage and just regular cabbage that I got from the grocery store. I just cut the bottoms of them off and put them in the dirt, and usually cabbage will grow back from that. And I have some starts as well that I grew from seed of the Chinese cabbage. And I have a couple of mustard greens, some red mustard greens and some regular mustard greens. What is this? Yeah. Yep. Tender sweet mustards and red mustards to put in. But other than that, I didn't know what else to plant. I was thinking maybe some herbs and some never grown. Okay, it was broke. Try Kamatsuna Old Tokyo at Baker Creek. Okay, I will definitely try that. I like Baker Creek. Hey, Miss Cherokee, thanks for joining us. Can't remember where you got the portlet. You have the same type of greenhouse. You have a dragon fruit and coffee plants doing well in there. Okay, I did just pot up some dragon fruit that I had got from Juicing with Jay. He shared a couple of varieties with me that I did not have, so I did just pop them up today and started them in here. So thanks for that. When is your frost date for your zone? I'm gonna be honest, Miss TR, I have not checked it yet because we usually have a very, very long growing season here. I'm in zone 8A. Yeah, I'm in zone 8A in Alabama. So we usually have a very, very long growing season. And yeah, it doesn't, I know our last frost date probably won't be until December or later. So I have not even checked it yet. I know it's probably pretty far out, but I do need to check it though. Do need to check it. The dog just snuck in on me. I guess he wants to say hey. Say hey, Chico. Say hey to everybody. Y'all see I got this big old chain on my puppy because my puppy likes to sneak out. He likes to sneak away. It's a little female chihuahua down the street and he finds ways to get out of my fence. So I had to put him on a chain so I could tie him up when I let him out because he breaks through, he chews through those other ones, the leather ones or the nylon ones. He will chew right through those. So I had to put one of the big boy collars on him that he won't chew through. Dragon fruits. Have you got any fruit yet, Miss Native Cherokee? I've only had one of mine for a year now, and I need to build one of those trellises for it with the with the top for it to hang over because it has gotten big enough now for it to start draping over. So I need to build one of those. I gotta go back and watch some of Jay's videos so I can see how he built those towers for the dragon fruit. Right, he's looking guilty. Yeah, it's like he knows what I'm talking about him. Got 5 mini schnauzers. They chew and dig. Yes. He likes to chew on anything and everything that you get. He doesn't chew on my furniture, thank God. But when he was a puppy, I mean, he's only 1 year old right now, but when he was smaller, he tried to chew on the ends of my cabinets. So yeah, I had to stop that. But anything, you know, he'll chew on anything. Plastic, toys, all my grandkids' toys. He likes to chew them up. Their Barbie dolls, their little cars, anything. If they leave anything laying around on the floor, he's gonna eat it up. Yeah, I hear those dragon fruit are kind of sensitive. I know it took mine a minute to get rooted. You know, I know they said that you don't have to stick them in the dirt very much, just a shallow amount of dirt, and then they root. It took a minute for mine to root when I first got them, but once they rooted, they just started growing like crazy. So I needed some more varieties because I felt like, how did I do that? Okay, I needed some more varieties to grow because I only had the one red variety. So he was gracious enough to share with me. Yeah, look at him. He's all looking sweet and like he's sleeping now. Oh, Miss TR, the squash board. Let me tell you, the dirt will repair it. Let me tell you, in my big garden this year, I think maybe I harvested maybe 3 squash and maybe 3 zucchinis, and that's it. Like, I planted probably 8 plants, and that was all I got. Like, them squash vine boards ate my bed alive. Like, they ate every plant that I had out there. My 2 biggest plants, they destroyed them. But I'm not going to blame it just on the vine boards. It looks like mine were eaten by those those millipede things that are in the dirt. They look like millipedes anyway. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I think they're called millipedes, the smaller ones. Yeah, so they were like all inside, and I don't know if that happened after the vine borer got in and opened it up and then they got to it, or if they got to it first. I really don't know, but they ate mine all up. So I haven't, but like you said though, a couple of my plants I was able to put dirt over where the hole was after I got the vine borer out, of course. I put dirt over where the hole was at and put a lot of wood chips around it, and the plant continued to grow. And I was able to get the 3 or so squash from one. I think I got about 3 or 4 zucchinis from the other plant, and then they got hit by another vine borer. So I ended up having to just pull them up. I just planted recently. I planted a couple of more plants, squash plants out. So hopefully I'll get something from those. I had them covered, and then I uncovered them because I realized I had to open them up during the day so that they could get pollinated. And when I did that, yeah, Miss Native Cherokee, that's what I try to do too. I try to see if people that have a whole lot of them, don't mind sharing a cutting, because a lot of times when they're cutting back their plants, they just throw away the cuttings. Sometimes they'll start them again, but some people have an abundance of cuttings that they could share. Roly-polies, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The roly-polies and the little millipede things. You did the BT injections and the plants of work. Well, look, I haven't done the BT injections, but I did get this stuff called soil drench, and I believe that helped with what I did get and with the plants that I have out here now, because the vine borer was able to get in there, but it's like as soon as they got in, they died because like it looked like they started eating and then they died. They weren't able to destroy the whole plant, so I was able to save it. And it definitely worked on some of my other vegetables that I used the soil drench for, because especially my cucumbers, because as y'all see, my cucumbers have been overly abundant. I've had like, those harvests have been crazy. I've been getting so many cucumbers, and I'm gonna, like right now my corn didn't do very good at all. I planted some more corn, and I'm gonna pull up the bed that did not do very well. I got some heads growing on them, but the heads were real small and they dried up really fast, like the whole stalk. I don't know if the sun was just too hot, but they dried up really fast. So I'm gonna pull up those beds, or that bed of corn, and I'm gonna treat that bed, and hopefully it'll kill the millipedes, centipedes, whatever those things are called, and the roly-polies, because I've had a whole lot of those roly-poly things. The BT injections didn't work for you. Yeah. I know when I spray BT on my plants, especially last season, when I was starting to see like the hornworms and the little cabbage caterpillars and all that, cabbage worms or whatever, I start spraying it, and they seemed like they was drinking that BT like Kool-Aid around here, so I didn't even use it this year. I just tried the soil drench, and I try to use, the neem oil and the roly-polies help break down dead plants. Yeah. And do composting in the soil. Well, they need to go over there to the compost bin and stay out of my good one. Making tomato sauce. Be right back. It's time to smash it. All right. Hey, Food by Faith. I gotta try some of them recipes that you be cooking up. I'll never have time to get in the kitchen and cook nothing sweet, because I'm always out here harvesting and trying to can stuff that I harvest, or freeze it, or doing something. But I'm gonna take one of these weekends and try to do some marmalades and jams and things of that nature. I was able to get probably about 8 good peaches off of my tree today. Yay, for the first time in 3 years. Thank you. I'm trying to get this greenhouse together. I'm trying to get some stuff growing in here. And if y'all don't mind, I'm trying to get some watch hours. If y'all don't mind running my playlist, I don't care if y'all run it when you in the bed sleep. Just put on one of my playlists and put it on continuous play and let it run. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm just at about 600 subs, but my watch hours suck. I got like probably right at 1,000 watch hours, and that's it. So I definitely need watch hours like crazy. And I'm trying, we just now starting to do these lives, but I'm trying to get my Nightbot set up. And if y'all been following my channel for a while, you know that I've been trying to do sunshine topics for a very long time, but I wanted to make sure that my Nightbot and everything is set up right before I start that, because I want to be able to drop some questions and links and all that stuff that'll be helping out in the chat while I'm doing the topics. But while I have you here, thank you for watching them. If you guys can watch my playlist, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Cassandra. But yeah, but while I have y'all here for Sunshine Topics, I wanted to try to do them on Thursdays or maybe a Saturday afternoon. Have, family day on Sundays. But it's going to be either a Thursday or a Sunday evening. And on Sunshine Topics, I want to talk about all different kind of stuff happening in our lives besides just the garden. The after garden talk is really what I want to talk about. Anything from like relationships, marriage, current events, veteran life, married life, you know, all of that good stuff. So what day do y'all think will be a better day? A Thursday night or a Sunday night? Hey, Halal Family Homestead. And what's a good topic that y'all want to start with? I have one in mind that I've been wanting to talk about forever in a day. It is definitely an adult topic. It's not anything dirty or nothing like that, but it's a relationship question. And yeah, I wanted to start with that. And I probably will, but I wanted to know what day you think will be a good day, Thursday night or Sunday night. You know, kind of run in the same circle. So Thursday nights and marriage and gardening. Yeah, that's a good one. Food by faith. Because it's like if you're not doing it together, then you're doing it apart. Yeah. Thursday because Tina does Sunday night. That's right. Absolutely. Thursday night. Okay. So I guess I'm going to try to start up next Thursday then. Hey, Miss Shirley. And for all of you guys that's coming in, let me give you a preview of the garden, of the greenhouse, I mean. And then y'all can throw me some suggestions as well. Let me take this off. You see it's this greenhouse is 20 by 11, I believe it is, or 20 by 10. And the bed just about goes all the way down. A couple of pineapple tomatoes here. Okay, and that Moody and welcome in Thursday night so far. Some Chinese cabbage and some regular cabbage. So marriage and finance, or marriage during and after COVID versus marriage before. That's a good one. Let me put this back. All right, let me put it back. I guess it didn't like me moving it. Was I buffering for a minute there? Can you guys hear me again now? What material is the framework made from? Okay, I'm good now. Yeah, I'm not gonna move it no more. I guess it didn't like me moving it. Okay. Miss Shirley OG Gardner said, what material is the framework made from? I'm not exactly sure, but I made sure I got it from Amazon, and when I bought it, I made sure I bought the upgraded version, and the one with the crossbars, and the plastic that goes over it has the mesh built in. It's not just the plastic, it has the mesh as well. And this thing is real sturdy. It's really sturdy. And then my husband, of course, have done a few extra things to make sure that it's sturdy. But when we first put it up, we put it up when we went to the Soil Expo, and we hadn't, you know, fortified it or made any adjustments to it. And when we came back, it was up in the trees. Like we had to come back home and you know, tie it down, make it sturdy. And ever since he's done that, we've had no problems with it, and it gets really windy around here. Yep. It's kind of just like the Texas wind here. It gets really windy. So it's been holding up. So we're gonna do a review video on it, but I just been waiting on my husband because I want him to be able to tell, you know, what it was that he did to make it, you know, more sturdy. So we're gonna get to doing that probably this weekend. We're gonna do that video. But yeah, I was saying I'm gonna post that Amazon link in my video. So Miss Shirley, if you watch it this weekend, I'll make sure that we post it this weekend. Then I'll post it in there. I can't exactly even remember what the name of it was, because I was looking at two of them for the longest, and I can't remember which one. I think the one we ended up getting was the Amera. See, look, don't get me started. I gotta look at the label, but I would definitely post it, I promise. But yeah, what I was saying about that topic is that'd be a good one, because me and my husband, like, we've been off from work for a whole year together, because we both had not because of COVID, but we both end up having to have surgery last year. I had to have a total knee replacement, and my husband had to have a back surgery. And then after he had his back surgery, he ended up having some complications, and they had to go back and do a second surgery on him a few months later. So he ended up having 2 back surgeries in a year, and he hasn't went back to work. They haven't released him to go back to work yet. And of course, after my total knee replacement, my doctor my doctor has medically retired me from my position. So we both been home for a year together. So that would definitely be a great topic. Mike, you so silly. Yeah, Spoon is healing good, but slow. And hopefully he won't have any more setbacks. So if he would sit his behind down, then maybe he can heal faster. How tall is it, Broke? It's supposed to be 7 feet tall, or 7.5 feet tall, something like that. It's 7.5 or 7.5 feet tall. I know Spoon is 6'3", and he could stand up in here. So. Thank you, Mike. I'll let him know. And I'm sure that this greenhouse is not the size of your yard. Yeah, it is. I tried to find a size that, like you said, that was tall enough for him to stand up in, but also big enough for any of my fruit trees in the wintertime if I needed to put some in, because last year I ended up taking a couple of banana trees inside my house, and they're actually still inside my house, growing very, very good. But what I did notice, a lot of people grow banana plants in their house as ornamental plants, so I figured I would do that, even though the plan was to put them back out once it got warm outside. But I already have enough banana trees in my yard as they're, and I'm growing them as ornamental plants, so they look pretty. The city lots here are small. I bet. I mean, that's city life, though, right? I guess you like city life. A lot of people like to live in the city. I'm a country girl. I like to be in the country. Your windows are lower down than mine. Look more sturdy than mine too. I'm not sure. It looks like my windows here are like through the middle. And I was wondering that when I bought it. I see people that have the windows at the bottom, which mine has the option to where you can roll up the bottom and open it up, and tie them back. But I haven't had to do that yet. I have 2 fans in here blowing from this side, and I'm thinking about putting one this side and one coming from that way. But to keep it cooler in here, but long as I have my fans blowing on myself and on my seedlings, I put the fan on my seedlings at night, then it's been pretty good in here. Like it's 90 something degrees, you know, out here every single day, and I'm able to come in here and work and not, you know, sweat to death or not feel like I'm in a sweat box. It's warm, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, you know, so warm that I can't stay out here. Yeah, I got fans, and this greenhouse actually has the what do you call it? The irrigation on the top. You know, where I have a hose hooked up and I turn it on. It go, you know, to water all my plants and everything in here. But save that for the video. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to figure that one out too, Stacy. I haven't even thought that far, to be honest. I have some portable heaters, and Lady Cheryl always, you know, says that her regular portable heaters, along with her fans, usually do just fine heating her greenhouse. So we'll see. Tearing yours down broke, you're gonna build one? Well, yeah, if you build one, definitely do that video. Yeah, I got fans. You don't get them well. I could not sit in here without no fan. It's too hot. Before I had the fans in here, yeah, I had sweat dripping down my brow. I was like, oh yeah, I can't sit in here. So Spoon had to. I had one fan and he brought another one down today, so that's the only way I've been able to stay in here without it. Yeah, he's been out there working in the yard, and basically we've been having to go in and out, take breaks, because it's been so hot. Yeah, that's how I'm going to try to do one on each end. Chat keeps going away. We use straps and dog yard screw type anchors. It's been through strong winds, strapped it down good. Yeah, I think my husband used some 550 cord. Well, I know for a fact he used some 550 cord, and I don't know what else. You know, he's an old ranger, so. Look at him acting like he all asleep. He wasn't sleepy a minute ago. I'm trying to get Spoon to let me get another Chihuahua to keep him company, or some other kind of small dog to keep him company, but he's like, nope. We had a big dog. We had a bull mastiff for 12 years before he passed away last year. So, and I thought I was going to end up getting another bull mastiff or another big dog, because I never really liked small dogs. But I was grocery shopping one day, and this lady was in the grocery store. She was outside the grocery store, and she was selling these Chihuahua puppies. And when I seen him, he just looked at me and was wanting me to take him home. Didn't you want me to take you home? You want me to take you home? So I had to take him home. You're gonna cover yours with a shade cover because it's way too hot inside. I have been lazy days. Well, yeah, go ahead and water your garden, Stacy. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you. The amazing M&G. Hello, I'm new here. How are you? Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you being here. Yes, he is a cuddle bug. Thank you. This is Chico. Yep, Chico's like my shadow. He's just like, I don't know if you have kids, but He's just like your child. You know how when your kids were little and they follow you around everywhere you go, holding on to your leg and so on and so forth. That's Chico with me all day long. He follows me everywhere I go. There's no privacy. Yep, he's a Walmart special. Yep, he was a grocery store special. That's my baby. Your greenhouse has 2 doors, no electricity for fans or heat in the winter, trying to figure it out. Look, hey Rambo Green Hands, thanks for joining. Look, mine didn't have any electricity either, and we actually don't even have any electricity like all the way out here, but we do have electricity out by our pool. So what my husband did is we found this little, it's called a some kind of outlet tree, where you know it comes like on a stake, and you stick the stake in the ground, and it has 3 outlets on it, and you know you just run a what do you call it, a extension cord to wherever your outlet is, and you know you can put it out wherever you need to put it out that doesn't have electricity. So that's what I put in here. It has 3 outlets on it, but you can buy them. I think it had 3 outlets or 5, and I got mine from Big Lots. Yep. So that's the only way I'm able to have electricity out here. Yeah, he's sitting in my lap. Like if we were in the house, he would try to jump up in my lap, and Spoon's always saying, "Get off my wife, get down, get off my wife," and he'll look at her, look at him crazy. Like, this my mama. He's so spoiled. He's so spoiled. I think he's enjoying this fan as well. Ain't you? I'm enjoying that fan too, mama. Yeah. I never thought I'd like Chihuahuas though, because everybody else that I know that have Chihuahuas, you know, their dogs bark like crazy. Every time I see a Chihuahua or go to someone's house and they have a Chihuahua, they bark like crazy. And Chico doesn't bark. He does not bark. He will bark like if you know, somebody comes in the yard or something like that. But you know how usually someone will ring the doorbell, and if they have little dogs or Chihuahuas, they're just, you know, while they're answering the door. But Chico is not like that. He does not do that, and I'm glad, because I don't like loud dogs. If he's barking, it's usually because a cat is coming through my yard or somewhere close, or is somebody coming through the gate. You ran a cord into yours. We had a pool, but now that area is a veggie garden. I'm using that plug up area for the greenhouse too. Yeah, that's what I do. I run mine from our pool as well. Yeah, he's calm and chill right now. But if there's kids around, or my youngest son is around, then yeah, they run around and play. And I call him Speedy Gonzalez in, because he can run, and he's always hyped up when the kids are around. Ain't you? Yeah, tell me, mama. Yeah. 4 of you got 4 of them. Oh yeah, you said you had five little schnauzers. 4 of yours bark a lot. Yeah, little dogs usually do. Yeah, he'll go to sleep quick. So I was just saying to some of the other ones that were in here, I have been trying to do a segment called Sunshine Topics for quite a while now. And now that I have my community tab and I'm able to go live. I'm going to start doing Sunshine Topics on Thursday evenings. Haven't picked a time yet, but y'all stay tuned and check the community tabs for a time. Do you cook for him, or does he eat dog food? He eats dog food, but he is spoiled. He does eat table food. I don't cook specifically, just for him. But if I have something that he can eat, then I'll give him some things that are good for him, not bad for him. Then I'll give him some. I don't let him get spoiled to the point where he won't eat his dog food though, because I learned that from having my other dog, that if you give them too much table food, then they won't eat their dog food. So I try not to do that. You cook for yours and use dog food. Yeah, he's sweet. He's real sweet and house trained, which is good. The only issue, like I said, that I have with him is that he'll try to run away. And then he's hard-headed when I try to call him back. Thank you. He's hard-headed because it's more small dogs down the street, and he'll run away and try to get down there where they are. And I just be so afraid that, he's going to get ran over or somebody's going to take him because he's so little. So I have to keep him on this big boy chain when I have him in the yard. And I just put him out there for a little while because he likes to be outside, when I'm outside. But if I'm not in the greenhouse and I can zip him in here with me, then I'll just put him on the chain for a little while, because if I just let him out in the yard like I used to, then he'll find a way out. Like, no matter how many holes I done plugged up in the fence, or he'll find his way out. Like my neighbor's side of the fence over there, they have some gaps, and I believe that's where he's getting his way out. And I'm not sure about the carrots, because the only time I grew carrots, I grew them in a container. So he doesn't mess with he doesn't mess with digging anything up though. But he does. What I did notice is when he walks through where my beans are, he will chew on my beans. He'll pull my beans off the vine and chew on those. Yes, he does have a chip, so that's good. I always know where he is. It's just a matter of him getting out. Yeah, I have been missing. I have mixed peas and carrots in his dog food. Sweet potatoes, things like that. He loves them. Yeah, beans and peas. He loves those. He does. I give him some, what's that, the Rachel Ray's dog food that has the peas and carrots and all that, sweet potatoes and stuff like that in it. Yeah, he likes that. Yeah. Yeah, because he'll run all the neighborhood cats. He runs them out the garden or anywhere from my yard, period. You don't like cats, do you? I've been having a lot of frogs in my garden, and I know frogs are usually friends, of the garden. So I always tell him, leave them frogs alone. But he likes to play with the frogs. He doesn't hurt them or anything, but he does like to, play with them. Your cat's a bully? Yeah, he don't like the cats. He scared this cat so bad one time that was going through my yard that, the cat didn't see him, and he scared him so bad that the cat jumped so high it jumped into my freaking pool. He got out just as fast, but he jumped in. because he was scared.
It's the easiest way to podcast and get paid for it. Just head over to Spreaker.net. SPREAKER. And start your voyage.
Well, thank you guys for stopping in, and thanks all of the moderators for helping me out on this chat. And I'm going to be doing some testing after I go in and play with that Nightbot again tonight and see if I can get some help from somebody. Anybody want to volunteer to help walk me through the Nightbot? I think I have most of it set up, but I need help with the commands for like letting people drop their links, and you know, for me to have certain links running through the chat. Anybody good at that? Thanks for stopping in, Mike. Everybody volunteering to help me out with the Nightbot. You still learning too? I know, I'm trying. I'm not real computer savvy, but I've learned a lot with this YouTube channel, I tell you that. Trying to, every time you think you got the hold of it, then it's something else. I know I need it though. Well, thanks. I Googled part of it, what I could, and I watched a couple of other videos that somebody had on there, like a tutorial video for Nightbot. But I got connected and all of that good stuff. But when it came to the commands, you're still trying to get better at it. I know. With my videos, it takes me forever to edit them because, again, I'm not so computer savvy. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm okay. I'm satisfied with how the videos look when they come out. I mean, they don't have to look like, you know, they're super edited because, you know, that ain't what I'm trying to do. But I would like to get better at it as I go. So I'm trying to get this Nightbot thing down, so at least while I'm talking about whatever I need to talk about, if I want to throw out questions or, you know, other people could connect and so on and so forth. Yes, the amazing MNG. Thank you for being here as well and joining. What area are you from? Portland, Jamaica. Wow, are you living in Portland, Jamaica right now? I think when I watched one of your videos, you were. Yeah. That's amazing. I love Jamaica. I've only visited Montego Bay. But I love it. He said you need help with that yourself. Yeah. My first marriage was to a Jamaican, my children's father. So I learned how to cook a lot of Jamaican food, but that's about it. I love the culture though. A lot of heavy rains, yep. next vacation, whenever I'm able to vacation again, I want to visit Jamaica again. So not sure what part I'm going to visit, but definitely wanting to go back to Jamaica. You're at work now. You work at the Blue Lagoon. Is that a resort? That's funny. I just watched that movie the day before yesterday of the Blue Lagoon. I don't know if y'all remember that old movie called The Blue Lagoon, but I just watched that the other day again. Every time I watch that movie, I notice something different about it that I didn't notice before. Amazing movie though. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one quits. Look, Black Guns and Garden, welcome in. What's up? And we're about to close this one out, but thank you for joining, and definitely catch the replay. I was really just asking everybody's help with some suggestions for my bed in my greenhouse as what to grow. All right, Tammy, you have a good night as well. Good night, everyone, and look out for me on Thursday nights. I'm going to be doing Sunshine Topics, where we talk about everything after the garden. So join me. I was also taking some suggestions for topics for Sunshine Topics on Thursday. So if you have any good topics that you would like to talk about, and like I said, this is after the garden stuff. Oh, thank you, Miss Native Cherokee. You are sweet as well. Every time I catch you in someone else's lives and on your videos. So, catch you guys on another live, and send me those topic ideas and any suggestions for what to plant in the greenhouse down in the comments. Thank you guys.